In the burgeoning era of technology, an enigmatic phenomenon is on the verge of fruition. Artificial General Intelligence, AGI, machines designed to mirror or surpass human intellectual capacities. This imminent reality, while technically splendid, flings open the gates to a labyrinth of existential questions. AGI is distinguished by its adeptness to comprehend, learn, infer, and implement a broad spectrum of cognitive tasks that were once considered the exclusive forte of the human psyche. The term general underscores the machine's ability to apply learned knowledge across diverse sectors, marking a quantum leap from specialized artificial intelligence, consigned to predetermined single-task operations. Looming in the corridors of this advancement, however, is a specter of existential disquiet, thrusting humanity into a critical juncture of self-reflection. The ascendance of AGI signifies not merely an overhaul of the concrete, tangible world, as did the Industrial Revolution, but an unprecedented paradigm shift within the abstract terrain of the human existential experience. It demands a radical reevaluation of the very sources from which humans draw their identities, purpose, and sense of worthiness. Stripped off traditional roles mirrored in the luminous mirror of AGI, humans, akin to the mythological figure Narcissus, may confront a subtly altered reflection of themselves, triggering an echo of existential despair. As we stand at the cusp of this game-changing era, the question of how AGI affects human existential experience merits our utmost attention and collective wisdom. As AGI morphs from figments of science fiction into tangible reality, it carves out an untouched landscape of potential challenges. Foremost among these is the specter of existential isolation. Traditional roles and societal connections, long the harbinger of a sense of belonging and communal identity, could find themselves on the fringes in the AGI-dominated world. As more sectors of human labor come under the shadow of machine intelligence, our roles may undergo rapid reshuffling or dissipation, leaving us bereft of the anchors we once relied upon for our sense of self and social coherence. Existential isolation is not an alien concept to the human experience. We grapple with it in varying degrees throughout life. But in the context of AGI, the predicament becomes exponentially magnified. If a machine can play chess, paint like Rembrandt, write poetry like Frost, and interpret dreams like Freud, then where does that leave the chess grandmaster, the painter, the poet, and the psychoanalyst? In diminishing the uniqueness of the individual, we expose the profound loneliness of existential isolation. However, such a predicament could also herald an opportunity. As conventional connections lose their weight, a deeper form of self-reflection could take the helm, urging us to root our identity and worth not in external roles, but in our conscious experience and subjective reality. But within these depths lie unfamiliar territories, shadowed by fear, angst, and ambiguity, all quintessential elements of existential isolation that the human psyche must navigate as we step into the AGI era. Against the backdrop of potential existential isolation arises another, perhaps more intricate paradox: the clash between the promises of freedom that AGI offers and the ensuing existential crisis this could breed. On the surface, AGI liberates humans from mundane, physically demanding, or time-consuming tasks. It bestows upon us a wealth of free time, allowing for boundless creativity, innovation, self-improvement, and the pursuit of deeper passions. A utopian prospect indeed. However, coupled with this potential liberation is an equally intense existential predicament. Stripped of our obligations and routines, we may find ourselves tumbling into the unnerving vastness of boundless choice and diminished external purpose. The existential psychologist's notion of the burden of freedom rings true here. The ebbs and flows of daily life, previously moored to structured obligations, now bob adrift in the ocean of unlimited possibilities. Subsequently, we might grapple with profound anxieties and the vertigo that stems from an oversaturation of choices. Freedom, exhilarating in its promise of limitless potential, rests heavily on the human psyche, triggering a paradox. The irony is glaringly stark. We yearn for the freedom AGI brings, yet when embraced wholly, it discloses a cavern of boundless, albeit aimless, choice. Hence, AGI gifts and simultaneously jinxes humanity with existential freedom, a boon that could potentially mutate into an existential crisis. Recontextualizing AGI's existential implications, The intense disquiet associated with existential isolation and the paradox of freedom don't necessarily translate to an inevitable plunge into meaninglessness. Instead, it ripples the still waters of complacency, compelling humans to seek new avenues of meaning, a renegotiation of purpose and self-definition. Human identity has morphed throughout history, realigning itself with each new epoch's innovations and demands. Be it the Stone Age or the Information Age, humans have consistently exhibited plasticity in crafting meaning and purpose that resonate with their temporality. The AGI era, albeit distinct, presents similar opportunities. While the pillars of traditional roles wobble under AGI's influence, humans are summoned to unearth and construct new edifices of purpose and identity, rooted not in external roles, but in the nuances of human consciousness, empathy, creativity, and subjective experience. Indeed, machines might soon parse language, solve equations, make scientific discoveries, and potentially rival or supplant human intellect in numerous ways. But they may never feel a sunset's beauty, empathize with another's sorrow, or derive purpose from subjective experiences, for these are singularly human. Therefore, it is in these uniquely human realms that we can reconceptualize our existential purpose and redefine our relationship with rather than against AGI. Confronted with the existential upheavals that AGI presents, humans find themselves at an evolutionary precipice. Herein lies the real challenge. It is not how sophisticated AGI becomes, but rather the level of resilience, adaptability, and plasticity that humanity exhibits in redefining its existential narrative amidst this technological renaissance. Humans have weathered countless epochs, each accompanied by its unique upheavals and calls for adaptation. From hunting-gathering societies negotiating the agricultural revolution to industrialized nations grappling with the digital age, the common thread woven into the tapestry of human history is a remarkable propensity for resilience and adaptability. Facing the AGI-intertwined future, the same tenacity will define our collective existential journey. Like any technological breakthrough, AGI is a tool. Its value and impact are sculpted by those who wield it. Instead of a dystopian forecast where AGI annihilates human purpose, we can envision a co-creative future where AGI not only aids, but also enriches the human existential experience. How we narrate the AGI-human interaction doesn't stem from the echoes of obsolescence, but from the symphony of a recalibrated shared existence. What awaits us is not existential annihilation, but a monumental invitation for existential evolution.